Today we are going to learn how to stencil a design on a piece of paper. I'm making a card for someone today, so I'm using this flower. First, you want to tape your stencil to your card. You can use any kind of paper you wish. Today I'm just going to use some plain white paper. Tape your stencil to your card and I'll just decide what colors you want to do. First, you're going to go in with a ultra fine pen. Go on and draw in with the ultra fine pen. I'm going to use teal, light pink, light green, and dark green. So what I'm going to do first is we fill in the flowers. I think I want to do yellow for a later part of this video. I'll add in a little yellow for a special flair, because the stencil is your guide to drawing whatever it is that you want to draw. So we first follow the stencil to do our little outline. For the dark green, because it's part of the center of the leaf, you put in one line of dark green. And then for the leaves, we're going to do a light green. Oh. Once you've drawn your lines inside your stencil, you remove the stencil. Make sure your painter's tape is clean release painter's tape so it doesn't come off with pieces of your card. So you notice how the design has a lot of open lines. What we're going to do right now is close those lines. I'm going to connect these with a little V shape. And make sure it flows into the lines you have drawn. Like so. You kind of have to do a curve. And for the center here, you connect it with the blue, and we're going to fill it in with some yellow. We're going to fill in the center with the yellow fine tip marker, which is actually a permanent marker. Yellow makes this nice contrast, so you know that it's the center of your flower. And you'll have some bleed through with these pin gear permanent markers, because they tend to do that. And what we're going to do with the leaves here is we're going to fill them in too. So follow the line and make a peak. Follow the line into the thing of the flower. So next, we connect our lines for the other leaf. Go over them to make sure they're nice and smooth. Fill in anything you missed. And with the dark green, we did the center with the dark green. We go from the tip of the leaf, and then we go down the bottom of the leaf. For this one, we're practically doing the same thing but upside down. So that is what it looks like when you connect all the lines together and fill in the center part with the yellow. We're gonna use our fine tip permanent markers, one in teal and one in green. If you want to add a little contrast, you could do like a purple or a dark blue, like so. But I'm gonna use the dark blue so we have like a clear contrast. First, we fill in the flower petals. Move your fine tip marker to the center of the flower petals. The flower petals look kind of like a heart, so we're dividing that heart in half. And fill in however you like. I like to think that the marker is like a paintbrush. And if you treat the marker like a paintbrush, your markers will love you back and treat you kinder. Then treat them kindly instead of going scribbling. Keep all the the strokes and the lines all uniform to fill it in a more solid, make everything a more solid unit. Then you fill in with your contrast. I'd like purple instead of this dark blue here. I think purple would be an awesome contrast to this light blue. Sometimes I like to use the fine tip marker to go over the ultra fine tip to outline the area I'm coloring, so it'd be nice and neat. Okay. And this is the last petal, so it's a little tricky to squeeze in your color. So we could do some curved lines, curved strokes, I mean. So we could fill it in nice and neat. It's okay if the blue bleeds, the purple bleeds into the blue. It's very nice that way too. So about the leaves now, let's move on to the leaves now. Take your marker, follow the curvature of the leaf. On one side, we're going to do the light green, and on the other side, we're going to do the dark green on the leaves, so there's contrast for each of the little bits of foliage. We'd like to have a little contrast. And then the final part here with this leaf, we fill in with the dark green. Like extend the color to here, follow the line, fill in where it goes in to the leaf, and we are done coloring. Every artist must sign their piece of work. So I'm going to sign my name. And also date it. This is actually going to be a cover for a card. And it's also going to be a thank you card. So we could just take the little ultrafine markers and write a special heartfelt message.